walk the guest of honor in. And we're going to start in the first page here. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. Everybody, we say, blessed are you who comes in the name of the Eternal. And then you begin again.
Okay.
This beautiful child to his daddy.
I'm guessing hold this. Can I go hold this? Little buds.
I see.
Oh,
little man.
This is such ridiculous faces. So cute. No, he's good. Trust me, he's warm.
He's strong. That is one strong baby.
Okay. I read without my glasses. My son, my child, you have been as dear to me as my own breath. May I hold you gently now with love to keep you close and with the strength to let you grow. Aish, you're stepping on my line.
My son, my child, the piece of my life is you. You have grown to life apart from me, but now I hold you close to my heart and cradle you in my arms with love.
And look together, you two.
We have been blessed with the gift of new life.
We have shared love, pain, and joy in bringing our son into life.
By the way we live, we aspire to teach our son to become a caring and loving person. We hope that in seeking to fulfill himself, he will accept his responsibilities to others
and his heritage.
It's hard to read this. We dedicate ourselves to the creation of a Jewish home and to a life of compassion for others, hoping he will learn from our example. God of our grandfathers, God of our grandmothers, we pray for love, for life, for good, keeping us strong together.
And grandparents,
Our God, and God of all
generations, we are grateful for new beginnings, for the bond of new life that links one generation to another. Thankful for the blessings of family, for the love and care that bring meaning and happiness to our lives. We rejoice with our children at the birth of our grandchild.
You're on.
Okay. If you hold a hand before your eyes, you can hide the tallest mountain. If we get caught up with what we do in our everyday lives, we can forget that miracles fill the world. Leo, you remind us of the many wonders that happen all around us.
And we can sing together. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echianu, v'kiyemanu, v'higiyanu, lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, O God, who gives us life, who sustains us, and who brings us here to share in this occasion.
A new son of Israel has come, and with him a great promise. In his soul is the potential to bring greatness into our world. He brings blessings to our lives as he reminds us that the world is not yet complete. We each share in the task of perfecting this world.
And Keaton, if you can just indicate, oh look, Elijah has come. In the form of Brad. Brad, stand up for a minute.
Oh.
Okay, go Keaton. You were wondering.
Crushed the topic. Next baby is yours.
And so we set aside this chair for Elijah.
Or Brad.
Recalling Elijah, we rekindle our faith that every human life has the potential to bring about an era of peace and harmony for all people.
We welcome you to life with love. We rejoice in bringing this child into the Brit, the covenant between God and the Jewish people.
Blessed are you, eternal presence of the universe, who has sanctified us with your commandments and commanded us to bring this child into the covenant of Abraham our father and Sarah our mother.
And in the crush of trying to put this all together today, we didn't have wine set aside, so we're just going to pretend. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei b'riah. Blessed is the eternal ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. And we'll toast him later with wine. And so,
Coffee.
a lot of coffee.
Which is a much better.
And anybody who'd like
like to read a poem, sing a song, say something about Leo, now's the moment. We're going to start with Helen, who wants to do a reading for
Well,
us.
I just, it's not really a reading, but when Joanna had her naming, one of the things that her father and I read to her, other than what they have already read to Leo, was the Bob Dylan song, May You Stay Forever Young. May God's blessing, I don't know the words, may God's blessing touch you always, may you stay forever young, basically. May you give and may you receive, and it's a beautiful song. I can sing it, but I can't sing. But I can't seem to say it. Google it. No, I can definitely sing it, but you wouldn't want that. So, how do you Google it? Bob Dylan. May you stay forever young, and yes. May God's blessing be with you always. That's one of the words. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. See, I remember that. And I do want to say, for all of you who know Joanna really well, Joanna has stayed forever young.
Yes.
Has that spirit of joy and youth that is, few of us have. So maybe that Bob Dylan song worked.
And with an old soul.
Yeah. Yes.
Mom, do you want to say something? Say something.
I have to stop crying.
Okay.
I don't remember how many years ago you got married. Is it almost 4 years? At that time, I stood up to make my little comments about Joanna and Rob's union, and I said if Rob didn't ask her to marry him, I was going to.
Which you can do in the state of California.
Joanna is really another daughter to me. She is so sweet and so lovely, and Rob is not only a wonderful husband and son, but he's a terrific father. And between Joanna and Robert, this baby is going to grow up to be as wonderful as they, and like his sisters, who are also wonderful and strong and loving and kind. And I just am thrilled for all of you.
Yay.
First, I want to congratulate Joanna and Rob, Ruby, Keaton, the Silverman clan, the extended family, Dorcas and Shapiro and their families, and all the relatives.
Yeah.
As I think of Leo, I have high hopes for him. I look at his parents and see intelligence, I see beauty, I see warmth, I see love, I see commitment to better things in life. My high hopes for him, when I was a child, I always thought my older brother would be the first Jewish president of the United States. Then when I had Robert, I thought that Robert would become the first Jewish president. Now I'm punching my bets. But I've taken out a credit default swap, just in case. Anyway, congratulations.
Yay.
Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add, sing? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead. Elijah speaks. Go for it.
Leo,
Elijah
welcome
pressure.
to our crazy world. Get ready for a lot of laughs, baby. Let's rock.
We're going to take this tallest. We're going to wrap the baby in the tallest.
Now, how many people are lucky enough to have a cantor in the family? And a tallest.
So, Rob, you want to talk about this tallest and also Leo's names?
Well, the things
He's got 4 names. He's got 2 anglicized
Yeah,
English
given
names,
names.
and then he's got 2 Hebrew names. And Rob's going to talk about those names.
So we're all here, but there are people who aren't, and that's who you name. That's who you give the names to honor the people who aren't here. And it's a way to pass on a little of what you loved about them to your child. So Leo is named for 4 people. The first 2 are Joanna's father, Larry, who, first of all, if not for Larry, it wouldn't be a Joanna. And if there wasn't a Joanna, I wouldn't be here. And Leo certainly wouldn't be here. And if he was, it would be quite a trick. But Larry was, according to everybody who knew him, one of the warmest, kindest, funniest, most bizarre, and most interesting men who anybody knew. He was enemyless. He was deeply, deeply loved, certainly by his mother. And even though I never got a chance to meet him, I've always felt like I kind of knew him, just because of how deeply Joanna was. So, that's his first name.
And Joanna cared for him for many years.
She did. Leo's middle name is Nathan, which is after Helen's father, who was, among many other traits, apparently one of the bravest men and most gentle men who ever lived. He suffered through World War II. He saved people's lives. He was essentially abandoned in Europe, in Poland, in the ghetto, when he was 12 years old. Survived, made sure that the people he cared about survived, was adventurous and decent and warm and kind and funny. And when he came to America with nothing, and insisted that they come to America, not only did he carve out a life for himself and his family, but he made sure that the people that he cared about, if they were wanted, he made sure that they did all right too. A pretty remarkable man. And without Nathan, there's no Helen, there's no Joanna, there's no Leo. His Hebrew names are, the first is Yaakov, which is probably after one of my great heroes in life, my Grandpa Jack. And it's hard to describe my Grandpa Jack, because on the one hand, he was the weirdest person who ever lived. He was this little elfin guy with a big giant round belly and slender hairless legs that did not appear to be structurally sound enough to carry him along in life. He had a giant appetite for everything. He was the keenest judge of character I ever knew in my life. And when I was a kid, he just seemed like this sort of strange, wonderful, lovely man. And when I got older, and I realized more, as you do when you get older, I realized more really what a remarkable man he was, that beyond the strangeness of his odd habits of eating a peach in 5 seconds and then holding the peach pit in his mouth for the entire day, which I never understood the tick, but he loved it. He emerged as almost like somebody who was almost Zen perfect. It was the closest thing to Zen perfection I ever knew. He was the kindest person I ever knew in my life. He had no enemies. He was just remarkable. I'll put it this way. Grandpa's yahrzeit is about a week and a half away. He died 25 years ago. It's his 25th yahrzeit. To this day, he was in my life until I was just about 20. To this day, not a day goes by that I don't think of him. That's how strong a shadow he casts, and how warmly influenced. So that's his first Hebrew name. His second Hebrew name is after my other grandfather, Irv, who was erudite and charming and quick with a joke and quick with a song and interested in everything and apparently an expert in everything.
Of course, so he thought.
So he thought. But you couldn't ask for a more magical person as a little boy to run to. It was everything that he was seemed coated in stardust. He always had a song, he always had a joke. He always dressed well, he always smelled great. And he never treated me like an idiot. And I loved him like crazy. And so my hope is that for this little sleeping boy in my arms, he gets a little of each of that. He gets the kindness and love and warmth of his grandfather, Larry. He gets the bravery of his great-grandfather. He gets the keen perception and the love of life from his grandfather, Jack. And from Irv, he gets just a great sense of style and a great sense of humor and a singing voice.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's get into the singing. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, קיים את הילד הזה לאביו ולאמו, ויקרא שמו ישראל, יעקב יצחק, בן מארלזה ויעקבה. ישמח האב, יוצא חלציו, ותגל עמו ופרי יתנה. זה הקטון גדול יהיה, כשם שנכנס לברית, כן ייכנס לתורה ולחופה ולמעשים טובים. Our God, God of our mothers and fathers, sustain Leo Nathan through his parents' loving care. In the presence of loved ones, we give this child the name Yaakov Yitzchak, to be known in the Jewish community as Yaakov Yitzchak ben Me'elezar v'Yaakova. May his name be a source of joy. And we all sing together on the next page. May this family grow together in health and strength, in harmony, wisdom, and love, and their home filled with acts of kindness. May we all share in the joy of seeing Yaakov Yitzchak grow into adulthood, a blessing to his family, his people, and all humanity. And now I'm going to just invoke the priestly blessing on him. Here we go. You'll put it down. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and guard you.
Ya'er na panav elecha v'yichuneka.
May the light of God's presence shine on you and be gracious to you.
Yisar na panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May the presence of God lift you up and give you a life of fulfillment, contentment, fullness, and peace.
Amen. In his name. Now we can do this way, married, he's all set.
And now the traditional eating of the bagels.
That's